Privilege.
Delegate from Roanoke City, Delegate Rasoul.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise for a point of personal privilege.
Delegate has the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Ladies and gentlemen of the House, I know that we have discussed a lot more than many of us even want to hear about on this rate freeze and utility regulation. There's been a lot of discussion, but this is probably one of the biggest bills that we're going to face in this session. Tomorrow we're scheduled to hear Senate Bill 966, which is the companion to House Bill 1558. I have introduced a floor substitute to Senate Bill 966 to be considered tomorrow. I did it intentionally today because I didn't want to spring it on you. I wanted you to have time to be able to look through it. This floor substitute is pretty straightforward. It has all of the good provisions that we've talked about. It has renewable energy, undergrounding, energy efficiency, the tax savings, broadband, hydroelectric. All of the pieces that we've discussed, that we've celebrated, are in and have actually helped to improve 1558, are in the floor substitute that's before you to consider over the next 24 hours. The difference being that this changes the way the oversight process happens. Base rates would be reviewed every 2 years as opposed to every 3. There'd be a possibility of rate reductions around that time as well. And most importantly, the SEC would actually overview the past few years to see what overcharges should be refunded back to the ratepayers. So, to me, this is the best of all worlds. We've got all the good pieces that we've celebrated, we've enjoyed in 1558, but this restores the authority of the SEC to be able to protect the ratepayers in a proper way. I'm asking you to carefully consider this floor substitute for tomorrow. We will be taking a vote to reject. I'll be asking you to reject the committee substitute and accept this floor substitute. Some people are going to say that the floor substitute isn't perfect, and in fact, it isn't. These bills are difficult. There are lots of pieces to it, for sure. But understand that the floor substitute represents what I believe to be sound public policy. Us coming together, trying to represent the ratepayers, and incorporating a lot of the wonderful points that have improved 1558 and 966 over time. Using these consensus provisions, I hope that you'll look favorably upon the floor substitute. I thank you all in advance for carefully considering that. Thank you, Mr.